and this is aqueous up here, right? NaCl, just your normal table salt, and this is the solid based on our rule. So over here, marginally soluble, saying only slightly soluble or marginally soluble, it's just saying that most of it is not insoluble. So basically in solution, what we're going to have is OH2. So while the NaCl breaks up, the COOH2 does not break up for the most part. So you'll see that as a precipitate. So when we write our total ionic equation, complete ionic equation, where's that example? Here. Now the products, these go, behind here, except there's just no room. So this is after the arrow, so it would be the same thing over here. So now we would have COOH2, this is solid, and we have Na plus and Cl minus floating around, just like if you had it in a beaker here, right? The COOH2 will precipitate or form a solid, and the NaCl are just floating around. So basically, now we could build our so this is our total ionic equation. And then we could say we could have a net ionic equation. Just like I have in this PowerPoint somewhere. Net ionic equation here includes only those solution components undergoing a change. So show only the components that actually react. So here, these are the components that react, right? You're forming a bond between CO and the hydroxide. Well, these ones don't react because they're just floating around, so you're not actually forming a bond there. So, to make the net ionic equation, it's just its components. Which is going to give us this. So now we have our net ionic equation. Oh, this is solid, so it changes. Another thing I forgot to add here is you always have to add aqueous to say that they're floating around in water. So your net total ionic equation shows all your ions and your precipitate, if there is one, in your equation. The net ionic equation only shows those things that are important. So here, what we have is we have some spectator ions, which are Na plus and Cl, right? These things aren't doing anything. You have Na in this, in the reactants, you have Na and Cl just floating around. In the products, you have Na and Cl just floating around. They're not doing anything or just spectating. So those are your spectating ions, your net ionic equation, total ionic equation. So like I said, I'll double check that this is in your L drive. Pretty sure I emailed it to you, but I'll double check. So that's basically all there is to ionic equations, ions, how you find out what goes with what, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of a lot of information, combines a lot of different things, but at the end, like I said, it's nothing new. You've already done this. I know it's a little difficult, and it'll only come with practice. So hopefully you get some practice in. Just do it on your own, right? And